Matt Talley, and the other is Cedric Pelt. And so we're going to get ready to bring Matt in, I think, in just a moment. Hey, Matt.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. Well, watch yourself.
Let's It's great. I'm great, and really excited to speak with you today. As Denise mentioned earlier, we are partnering with HR Records to bring some musical stylings to the people. And
hmm
so, actually, after my segment today, we are going to see a performance by Ferg JP. So, tell me a little bit about HR Records and your role with them.
Yeah, so HR Records is a standalone record shop on 7th and Kennedy in Northwest, Uptown DC, right off of Georgia Avenue. We have the best selection, in my opinion, and a couple other people's opinions on jazz, R&B and soul, really good reggae. So we offer a little bit of a lot. We also pre-COVID do an event once a month to kind of bridge together musicians, producers, and what have you, called Press Start, or I'm sorry, Press Play.
Press play.
Uh, you can come in, you can DJ, you can hook up your laptop, play us some beats. We've got some beer if you're of age, and just a really laid back community building type of vibe. So partnering with you all, the Sounds of the DMV is kind of right up that alley. Really connecting these musicians and bands and different artists in this strange time of COVID, still being connected with each other, still having, whether it's virtual or not, a community that you can go to and support. So that's what we're all about here at HR.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So, I guess tell me a little bit about the goals of the partnerships and the programs. Who is this program for, and what do you want people to take from it?
Yeah, I think this program is for a number of people. First and foremost, the consumer. I myself, I'm a big fan of the verses that Swiss Beats and
Oh,
Timberland,
yeah.
the club quarantine with DJ D Nice. So just that community of people that's been built during COVID to tune into live music. We can't go to a concert. We can't go to a nice jazz lounge. There's music. I can get on my phone or my laptop and see a performance by a nice band or a nice sax player. So that's the energy that we kind of want to bring to it. We've done three so far. I think, like you said, first EP is premiering tonight. He's backed by DuPont Brass, one of my favorite local bands here in DC.
Oh, yeah. I love DuPont Brass.
Love DuPont Brass. So every
Yeah.
week we want to do, whether it's a DJ, whether it's a live band, whether it's for example, a piano player, a sax player, a drummer. We just want to give people that live entertainment, that live instrumentation, virtually. If you can't go to a concert, if you can't, go to a nice lounge and hear some good music, we got that for you. With records as a backdrop, so that's really good aesthetically as well.
So, how did you get involved with, kind of the music industry? Because if I'm not mistaken, you have also opened your own record store with Makedo.
Yeah, so I've opened up a record store September 1st
Mhm.
here at Makedo on H Street. It's called Cool Kids Vinyl. We sell records, we sell books, uh, Philia, you name it. We sell it or we have it, as well as being backed by Makedo, which is, I mean, Michelin star food, indoor,
Mhm.
outdoor area. So it's really good. It's been really well. It's been really well.
But what made you want to start the record company? Like, how did that
Oh
conversation,
yeah, yeah.
you
So,
know?
so before COVID, I had my brand Connecting Cool, we had a traveling hip hop exhibit that was sponsored by Mass Appeal and the National Academy of the National Smithsonian of African American Arts and History, or Arts and Culture. So we had our hip hop exhibit for about 3 years, and that is vinyl based. You
Mhm.
come to the event, you dig through crates of music, you give the vinyl to the DJ, and he plays it live for you. So it's
Ah, nice.
almost like curate
Mhm.
and we have always a featured artist. We have a lounge that was sponsored by Sega and EA Sports. So we do a little bit of a lot as far as the exhibit. So translating that into my love for records. I'm just a kid just stuck in the '90s, to be honest, man. I love nostalgic. I love records. I love cassettes. You know, we play VHSs here every day at Maquetto, so I've always been in that 80s, 90s nostalgic type of realm. So translating that into HR records, translating that into Cool Kids vinyl, especially for creative content, which we're doing with you all, it's kind of been seamless, but at the same time, we're all dealing with the pandemic as well. So um, it's ways around it. But you know, during COVID, or minus the health concerns of our city, it's been really well as far as
Oh,
and just building a. Can you see me?
yeah, I lost you for a second, but I got you
Yeah.
now.
No, it's just about building that virtual online community.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. Going from digging through the crates that hip hop exhibit and translating that into HR records and translating that into Cool Kids vinyl. It's something that's been uh, a bit seamless, but you know everything has its speed bumps into it.
Definitely, definitely. So if we were to come, so two questions, my last two questions.
Yeah.
HR now, are you all closed because of the pandemic, or can people still come and at least buy records?
Yeah, so people can still come. We just have adjusted hours.
Mm-hmm.
The weekends, I believe we are open from noon to 7. And on Sundays, we are open from noon to 6.
Noon to six.
But the best way to keep up with us is on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. If we're closed the day or if we're open the day, we always announce it. So you can keep up with us on that for all of our hours.
Okay. And so, and then with Cool Kids, where exactly are you all in Maquetto? Because I know that Maquetto has opened back up and they're also doing takeout.
Yeah, so Maquetto is open both floors. Cool Kids Vinyl is located on the second floor of Maquetto, so
Nice.
you can still dine in and eat in the record shop, which is a really good experience as well.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And once things start to open back up and we can host a bit more people and everything is not at half capacity, we'll do some happy hours, some cocktail hour type of situation, kind of bring back that community of people and garner a new community of people with this new experience here at Maquetto.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Matt. And like I said, you guys, stay tuned after the segment for some music by Fer JP, sponsored
Yeah,
by Verizon.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Enjoy.
You too. And so our next guest is Mr. Cedric Pelt, and he is a photographer here in DC, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about a exhibition he's got coming up. So let's bring him in. Hey, Cedric.
What's good? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. You know, it seems like the weather just changed like from one day to something new the next day. So I'm kind
Absolutely.
of adjusting to a little cooler temps, but I'm all good.
I don't hate it. You know, it's like shorts and a sweatshirt kind of weather.
Right, comfy, cozy.
Cozy. Yeah, very cozy.
Yeah.
So, okay, tell me a little bit about the Rise Up exhibition. You know, I think that I read on the website that you are still accepting submissions
Uh,
until Sunday,
the 20th, yes.
the 20th. Okay.
Yeah. So we're really excited about it. I am co-curating a Black Lives Matter photography competition exhibition with community art space DuPont Underground. You know, my connection to this event and to the Black Lives Matter movement is one, as a Black man, as one of the marginalized people that they're out there marching for and voicing for. I'm one of those people, so I connected to it in that way. And also as a photojournalist, you know, I'm really proud of my brethren that are out there. They're alongside the organizers and the activists and the protesters, documenting this very special moment in American history. You know, some people are connecting this as a second coming of the civil rights movement, and whether that's overstated or not, this is a very powerful moment. And
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely. And so what type of photographers are you looking for, you know, for this contest? And are you accepting submissions from uprisings that have happened across the country, or are you only focused on DC?
so one thing that was my mission when creating this was I wanted this to be accessible. You know, I wanted I wanted people to understand, or photographers, the photojournalists that are out there covering these events, that, you don't have to have these huge credentials. You don't need to be from the Washington Post or the New York Times or, some huge outlet to be part of this exhibition. So, it's 16 plus, which also gives opportunity for younger people that are out there to voice their voice and show the work that they're doing out there covering covenant protests. So accessibility is really a huge thing for me. And then what the second question was?
Oh, just like what type, and then who are you? Are you only accepting submissions from DC, from the marches that happened in DC, or are you accepting them from, the different protests that have happened across the country and even around the world over these past few months?
So with the partnership with DuPont Underground, they're a community art space here in DC that supports local artists. So we wanted to continue with that and, make this very DC protest focused. There's a lot of energy here in DC. There are people that are, I spoke with a young lady, and at one point she had been out there 19 days in a row.
Wow.
So we really want to focus and highlight the activists and the organizers that are out here in DC that are making waves and doing these things on a daily basis, which I'm very proud of, because the majority of this movement is led by young people, as was the civil rights movement. Fred Hampton was 21 when he unfortunately lost his life in the struggle. So I'm very proud of the young people that are leading the way on this as well.
So how did this exhibition come together? Are you affiliated with DuPont Underground, or did you kind of bring the concept to them?
So yeah, I've actually been working with DuPont Underground for a few years now. I work as a photographer, kind of helping visually represent the space. They do quite a few events. Some are political, some are music, some are art, some are photography. But they have a large breadth of things that they support at the space. So I'm there as a photographer to help photograph those things, and also as I do programming there as well. We're a fairly small team, so all of us are involved in the day-to-days and the programming and stuff, and we kind of lean into our lane. And again, like I said, as a Black man and as a photojournalist, this is my lane and where I can,
yeah, you're very passionate about it. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So
how is the competition going to be judged? What can people who participate expect?
So I actually have brought together a very actually a little bit of broad jurors that I've selected. They're in a couple different lanes. One gentleman, Jordan Henson, he's a documentary photographer, active photographer. Also, I have Noe, who is the executive director at Expose DC, which is a photography organization that supports local photographers and exhibitions and things like that. I have Makiba Clay. She actually works with the Phillips Collection. She's a consultant. She's a social justice warrior, women's rights warrior. So she's on to give her, as a Black woman as well, she's here to give her perspective. Kenny Halston, he's a photojournalist through the military. He also does some work with the Washington Post. And then Jasmine Campbell, she actually runs a Afrotographers, which is like a online collective kind of situation. So yeah, so we mixed it up, and like I said, as far as the judging, I've set it up in the way that we're judging very anonymously when we look at participants. We're not looking at names, like I said, we're not looking at names or credentials. Everybody's set up as an ID number, just so we have that, that fairness across the board when we're looking at all these images. So you can definitely expect a jury that is very, representative of what we're actually trying to see in the photos and in the collection as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you. So I guess my last question would be, how can people enter? How can they submit?
Okay, you can actually check out our website at DuPontUnderground.org,
Mhm.
rise hyphen up hyphen exhibition. But also, if you just go to our website, you can find information on that. You can follow me on my social medias at s.p.media. Information's all over, blast all over my page as well. And yeah, like you said, you have until Sunday to enter, and you know, we're excited. We're super excited to be able to bring this, continue the conversation, and you know, and offer our support as well. You know, and I'm thankful that knowing what the Informer is and what the Bridge is, to be able to share this on through your network as well, because what you guys are to the community and what you have been to the community, it just makes sense.
Well, thank you. I mean, we're really excited. I can't wait until it opens. Just so you all know, the exhibition does open on October 2nd.
So it's also going to be a virtual exhibition.
Yes.
We're going to have it set up on a beautiful virtual gallery space.
Yes. Awesome. I can't wait. So that means you can go to see it. You can view from the comfort of your home. But please do check it out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Claudia, for having us on. It's thank you very much.
Awesome. Have a great afternoon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Bye. Okay, guys. So now the moment you've been waiting for. I'm signing off, and you guys can enjoy some music by JP. Bye.